Today's beer is the other new beer that I've received from Tesco. This is Future Skies. It is a citrus IPA from North Brewing in collaboration with Full Circle. But what's this beer going to be like? Keep watching to find out. Welcome back to Rocker's Beer Review. Today we are going to be reviewing Future Skies. This is the latest beer to come out of Tesco. It is a citrus IPA. It's 6% with North and Full Circle. Like a lot of the North-led beers from supermarkets, it doesn't tell us what hops are in it. However, I have went and done some research on the interwebs and found out it's got Citra, Eldorado, and also Cryopop. So it's an interesting sort of selection. It's interesting why they call it Citrus IPA, because I was sort of thinking, has it got some added sort of lemon juice or something like that in there? It doesn't seem to have anything like that, but they've obviously just want to call it Citrus IPA to get those people drinking it that like citrus flavour beer. So let's get this beer out of the can and into a glass. It was £3, so pretty reasonable from Tesco. And yeah, don't know much about this. It's literally just come out. But, you know, a little bit excited. North makes some good beers in supermarkets. I don't think they're the best beers in the supermarkets, but they're consistently sort of good. I don't, you know, things like Modular and Green Curve and even the Morrison ones, the Invisible Skies, which might be part of the Skies series. No, Invisible Cities it's called, not Invisible Skies, is another good beer. So beer in a glass, quite light. Yes, there's a slight haze on it, but it's not as hazy as a lot of IPAs that you know you would expect. A little bit more thicker in terms of the body there. We've got 2 fingers of quite frothy. I wouldn't say it was very compacted, quite sort of like washing up liquid sort of head on this. And it looks, as I say, a little light. I think it's going to be a light, easy drinker, this one. Let's see what the aromas are like. Yeah, I mean, a big aroma is citrus, and it's mainly lemon, really. Lots of lemon. It almost, you know, even though I said the head looks a bit like washing up liquid, it almost has that sort of aroma of a washing up liquid. Pretty much lemon is the only thing. It smells sort of light citrusy. So let's see what it tastes like. Cheers, everyone. It's very, very light. It's pretty thin. And it very much drinks to me like a pale ale in terms of its body. The flavours are nice, sort of lemony, sweet lemony flavours. A bit of sort of sherbet in there. And then there's nothing else. There's not even, you're not even hitting a hint of grapefruit. Very little in terms of, there's no sort of tropical flavour in there. You're getting lemon and you're waiting for something else. Is there going to be a lime, grapefruit? It's all lemon, and it drinks very much like a pale ale. It's got that very light, you know, with a lot of pale ales, you get certainly the sort of lower end ones, I think, but you usually get that sort of citrusy flavour and very little else. There's not much complexity with pale ales. They're very much like a fruity lager to some extent. This one's got a little bit more body. It's very light, but it's also quite soft. So, you know, you get that sort of confusioness where you think, it's light, but it's sort of soft. And usually you'd expect soft and creamy and sort of a bit more full body, but it's quite light, pillowy light. So it's not as carved as a lot of pale ales are. But it's a it's a nice, fruity, lemony, a little bit of sherbet in there. And that is it. There's not much else to say about this beer. It's a nice, lemony IPA, but it drinks like a pale. I mean, it's at the low end of an IPA at 6%. It's quite soft. And I tell you what it is, it's incredibly drinkable. It's one of those beers that's just perfect for the summer. You know, you want something a little bit less fizzy than a sort of pale ale, a little bit more softer in the body than a pale ale. This really hits the spot. It's not going to win awards for great IPAs because there's no complexity in it at all. There's not much in terms of, considering you've got cryo pop in there, which is usually something that gives it a bit more of an oomph, but you're just getting a bit of sherbety lemon really, and that's about it. But it's a big easy drinker, £3. It's not bad. Let's get some scores. Okay, the scores are in for Future Skies. This is a citrus IPA, 6% from North and Full Circle breweries. It's £3 in Tesco, and for the money, it's not bad. Let's go through the scores though. Firstly, aroma. Well, when I poured it, and I thought, oh yeah, it's got that frothy sort of, almost like washing up liquid type of bubbles on the top there. And then when I put it to my nose, it smelled like a lemony sort of fairy liquid a little bit. It's a very lemony with a sort of, the aroma's almost got that sort of slight sour or almost slight vinegary sort of lemon sort of aroma. It's, and that's about it. That's, there's not much to it. There's not much going on. I'm going to give it 11 for aroma because I think, you want an aroma to really get you sort of thirsty. And with this, it's sort of a little bit washing up liquid, a little bit sort of too of that artificial lemony sort of flavour. So 11 for aroma. Appearance. Well, again, a little bit for an IPA, it looks like a pale ale. It's a very pale ale-esque beer, this. It's got very little head, and it's yellowy but very light looking. It's, there's a haze on it, but it's a very light sort of haze. So I'm giving it 7 for appearance. Flavour wise, well, I mean, like the aroma, it's lemony. There's a little bit of sort of almost sort of sherbety sort ofness to it, and that gives it a, it almost gets to the point where you think there's a little hint of sourness to it. I think it's just got that lemon flavour and a little bit of sherbety sort of sherbetness to it. A bit like lemon sherbets really. So, if you like lemon sherbets, you'll probably love this beer. The body is soft, but very, very light. It's a very light, thin sort of bodied beer, but it's not as carved as you would probably, is as if it was like pale ales are, which is, it shares so many characteristics with pale ales to me, but it doesn't have, but the difference is that it's a softer body, I think. So it's a very drinkable beer, but it's just lemon sherbety. That's it. There's nothing else. There's no grapefruit. There's not even any pininess. There's no tropicalness to it. Considering we've got Citra, Eldorado and Cryopop, there's not much complexity to the flavour. But it's pleasant. I'm giving it 32. Value for money. Well, it's a 6% IPA that drinks like a pale. £3. You can't grumble at £3. Maybe you'd want to be paying a bit less than that. But, when it comes down to it, if you look at any sort of pale ales that you may buy, not in a supermarket, you're going to always pay more than £3 pretty much for it. So I think the value's not bad. I'm giving it 8 out of 10. Overall experience, well, as much as it's not got much complexity to the flavour, it's very light. It doesn't punch like an IPA should. It doesn't have that sort of complex with flavours that you get on the front and the back end. It's just lemony, sherbety sort of flavour, and that's it. But at the same time, it's so drinkable. It's refreshing. Actually, the more I taste it, it's almost got a real hint of a sourness to it. It's a weird one, actually. This has got like a real, the more I drink it, the more I get this sort of slight sourness on the back end, really, which is a bit strange. But it's very drinkable, and I think in the summer, you can knock back these like no one's business because it's so light and refreshing and sort of citrusy, lemony flavoured. So I think that makes it a good experience to have. And I'd buy it again. I'd be thinking of something easy drinking, drink a couple of these and just enjoy them for £3, So I'm giving it 14 for overall experience. Tighten the scores up, we get just about recommended 72 out of 100. It's not bad. I mean, there are a lot better supermarket beers out there than this one, but there are also a lot worse ones out there. So if you're in Tesco and you fancy it, give it a go. Let me know in the comments what you think if you've had it already. Maybe, am I being overly critical about it? But I just want more from it, really. It just doesn't quite do it. It's just a little too average for me. But that's it. Future Skies Citrus IPA North and Full Circle Brew, not bad, but both North and supermarkets have done better. Hope you've enjoyed this video. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Obviously, at the moment, we're going through a lot of these new supermarket beers. We're moving on to the Sainsbury's ones next, and there's quite a few of those. And, you know, I reckon that we're going to get some more new ones from Tesco. So watch this space. Until the next one, you know what you do. Keep on rocking.